And now we are going to tackle about the causes of the depletion of our natural resources. Overpopulation, poor farming practices, logging, overconsumption of natural resources, pollution, and last, industrial and technological development. First one, overpopulation. Our greatest threat to ecosystem is our population. Each human consumes energy, food, water, space every day. The more people there are, the more resources we consume. Some resources that we consume can be replenished by nature. This includes water, trees, animals, and soil, but replenishment takes time. Some of these resources are non-renewable and finite quantities. One of the examples of non-renewable resources are the fossil fuels. Once the fossil fuels are consumed, they cannot be replaced. Luckily, there are renewable resources of energy, including solar and wind power. Like in Ilocos Norte, they have this wind and solar farm to supply their energy so that they do not lose other natural resources they have and to prevent environmental degradation. As population growth and our need for resources continues to increase, we need to make sustainable decisions about consumption and environmental impact. Second, poor farming practices. The strain to provide enough food for everyone is enormous as the world's population grows, leading to unsustainable farming techniques. Farmers will be able to supply large volume of food in the short term due to excessive usage of fertilizers and pesticides. But using these pesticides, fertilizers, and other toxic farm chemicals can poison fresh water, marine ecosystems, air, and soil. The use of heavy machinery can degrade soil structure, resulting in lower crop yields and possibly rendering soil unusable for future farming uses. Due to our over-reliance on food production for daily nutritional needs, humans are putting a lot of strain on land resources. Next is logging. Due to increased population pressure, people are clearing forests primarily for agricultural purposes. Humans are also cutting down trees to make room for residential complexes and multi-complexes. Because of the destruction of their natural habitats, the globe loses not just trees, but also thousands of animals, and a considerable deal of plant biodiversity as a result of deforestation. Increased logging activities can cause soil erosion, which causes native soil minerals to deteriorate. Another major reason for depletion of natural resources is overconsumption. As we know, all living things require some basic requirements in life, but on the other hand, human uses more resources and create more waste. People abuse more resources in last 50 years that all humans use 5 times more plastic, 3 times more water, and 6 times more paper than before. The major resources are consumed due to industrialization. As the level of population is increasing, level of consumption is also increased. Now, as we know, consumption of resources cannot be stopped all at once. Some level of consumption is necessary for survival, such as clothes, water, food, and shelter. Consumption is also important. It is part of the economy which contributes to job. But the use of these resources is so high, it causes depletion. Because of this, freshwater reserves, fish stocks, and forests are shrinking. Many species are under threat of extinction and fertile land is being destroyed. High consumption produces a lot of waste. These wastes affect the quality of air, land, and water, so we should limit the use of resources. Pollution levels have risen significantly since the industrialization period. This is due to our collective desire for higher living standards, which includes an increase in material consumption. In order to meet demand, industries must produce large quantities at scales, which is likely to result in a variety of pollution. For example, industrial byproducts may not be properly disposed of and instead end up in nearby rivers or lakes. Furthermore, the likelihood of acid rain increases as a result of emission of harmful gases, resulting in increased pollution on fields and as a result, lower crop yields for farmers. A major factor to the problem is the growth in population and modern human activities. Lastly, industrial and technological development. Through our advances in industrialization, we need an increasing amount of resources to develop new technologies and to supply enough things of our daily lives for all people in our planet. Moreover, more and more people strive for a materialistic lifestyle. That's why overall resource demand increases dramatically. Technological development may either save resources or contribute to resource depletion, depending on our intention. If we use technological development for the sole purpose to increase our consumption and comfort levels, chances that are we will further deplete our natural resources to a significant degree. However, if we are able to use technological development to decrease the use of natural resources, in the sense that we make process more efficient, stable consumption levels may be possible by using ever lower amount of resources.